I'm now pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, Vishal Khera. Vishal graduated from the Smith School with an MBA in 2000 after coming to the US as a student from India, which means he still doesn't have much gray hair, which is usually reserved for a lot of commencement speakers. But he has an interesting story to tell. He and his wife, Vanita, who is sitting in the skybox somewhere, built a company that helped federal agencies move to the cloud using platforms like Salesforce and ServiceNow. Their company, Creative Systems and Consulting firm, grew to around 300 employees and was recently acquired by a management consulting company for $160 million. Vishal and Vanita's story symbolizes why immigrants call the United States a land of opportunities. They did not come to this country imagining they would become entrepreneurs. They never imagined they would build such outstanding careers in less than 20 years. However, this country allowed them to pursue a dream opportunity and make it big by taking risk and being persistent. This is what the United States is about. Despite all its challenges, this country continues to attract great talent and allows people to pursue their dreams. Vishal and Vanita provide great hope for each of you who are dreaming big. Even before they made it big, the Kheras were giving back. As their company grew, Kheras pledged to set aside 1% of revenue for charitable giving. They set up a matching fund for employees, so their team had the opportunity to make a difference in organizations they cared about. The Kheras also involved with humanitarian organizations providing education in disaster relief services in the United States, as well as underserved communities in India. Vishal and his wife Vanita are also extraordinary supporters of the Smith School. They made a generous gift to the support of MBA scholarships. As if that's not enough, Vishal also serves on the Smith School's Board of Advisors. I can think of no finer role model for you as you begin your career journeys. Please join me now in welcoming Vishal Khera.
Thank you, Dean Dr. Konana, Associate Dean Dr. Ferraro, Associate Dean Dr. Zohr, and other distinguished faculty and guests. And thank you, Sarah, for those fearless thoughts. Isn't she amazing? A hard act to follow. Dear graduating class of the Smith School of Business, it is an honor to stand before you as a fellow graduate and to share a few thoughts on this important day of your life. First and foremost, congratulations on an amazing journey and your achievements here at one of the most prestigious master's programs in the world. I, along with your family members and the guests who are assembled here today, are extremely proud of you, not merely because you will be receiving a degree today, but because what that degree represents about you. To me, it shows your commitment to invest in yourself. It shows your commitment to chase your dreams. It shows your commitment to make the right choices even when they are difficult ones. And above all, it shows your commitment to act and think strategically for the long time to come. And for all of those reasons, I'm confident that all of you will go on and find huge success in your careers and your lives. So be proud of yourselves and your classmates and give yourselves a big round of applause for a job well done. As we gather here to celebrate the culmination of your hard work, I would like to share a story that shaped my journey and perhaps can inspire you to shape your own. Back in 1998, when I received the letter of acceptance from the University of Maryland Business School, I was elated because it felt like a redemption of my family's sacrifices. My grandparents and parents were victims of India's violent partition back in 1947 and lived in a refugee camp in New Delhi for over 9 months before finding their own places. They instilled in me a deep appreciation for education as a means to creating a better future. And why not? After all, it was their education that enabled them to restart their lives in their new surroundings. So despite the challenges they faced, they ensured that we received the best education possible. And this letter that I received from the University of Maryland, earned through hard work and tremendous amount of good luck, meant that now I was closer to achieving my dream and theirs. After graduation, I started my journey as a management consultant, and then soon decided to pursue my next dream, which was to own my own business. My wife and I founded Creative Systems and Consulting, a successful digital transformation company focusing in the federal government consulting space. We founded it on 2 simple mantras. Those were taking care of employees and taking care of customers. It may sound simple and even cliche, but operationalizing and staying true to those simple mantras is extremely difficult and challenging because of the countless competing priorities that you face every day. But we stuck with it. We created a modern, dynamic company built on family values. We had multiple recommendations from family members. We had dads recommending their daughters. We had sons recommending their moms. And we had brothers recommending their sisters to work for Creative. Through all of that, I learned that success is not just about the bottom line, but it's about the impact we can make on the lives of others. I seek to continue that journey now as a founder of Khera Ventures that is investing in the next generation of entrepreneurs. And you would be surprised by how often I look back at my education here at Smith School and feel that so much of the molding of my decision-making process happened right here in the strategy, negotiations, and organizational leadership classes. So today, as you graduate with your master's degrees, I want to share 3 pieces of advice. They may not be very profound, but they will be highly valuable. First, be confident in your decisions. As you enter, or in most cases, re-enter the corporate leadership, your corporate leadership will turn to you to solve difficult issues. The training wheels that you once had as analysts are gone. At times, you will feel that you are not ready to make those decisions. But trust me when I tell you, you are ready. Your education here and your ability to make those strategic decisions has given you the skills to think beyond what most people are able to think. In my case, my first customer inspired that confidence in us. When we as Creative weren't sure about executing on a $500,000 contract, he challenged us with a $5 million contract. And when we had doubts about our next contract, he challenged us with a $50 million contract that spanned the entire US Department of Agriculture. He saw something in us, and he trusted me enough. While I was never in the room when these decisions were made by him and his decision-making team, I am sure part of the justification would have been, well, he did go to the Smith School of Business, and we can trust him to solve complex problems. So trust me when I tell you that you are ready. You have put in the hard work to get ready, and now it's time for you to go out and execute. My second piece of advice is to embrace change. As you prepare to embark on your journey into the workforce, I want to remind you that change is a great equalizer. As the youngest members of the workforce, you may lack experience compared to some of the other more experienced colleagues as you join various companies. However, your openness to change enables you to be more effective than some of those same more experienced individuals. As they say, if you're not moving forward, you're falling behind. The most successful individuals and companies are the ones that are not afraid, that are fearless, and can take risks and embrace change. In my case, when I founded my company, there were another 4,000 or so government consulting firms providing IT services. Yet most government systems would end up taking longer than expected or costing higher than expected, and in most cases, perhaps both. We changed that by offering guaranteed on-time delivery through cloud-based technologies and fixed cost implementations, thus solving two major problems that our customers had been facing for many years. And in return, guaranteeing ourselves a greater than 100% growth for our company for 5 consecutive years. And my final piece of advice is to surround yourselves with smart people. For most of you, a master's degree might be the end of formal education. But for none of you, it can be the end of learning. I urge you to surround yourselves with smart people who will challenge you to grow and who you can learn from. People who are better than you. In my case, I was extremely lucky with that. My spouse, my kids, my friends, my colleagues, my employees were all better than me in something or the other. And I was lucky enough to have common sense to learn from all of them. I once heard a quote that if you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. And I can assure you that in this stadium filled with PhDs and postdocs, there are certainly people who are smarter than you in one way or the other. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually a great thing. Because right here in this stadium, you can connect with some of the smartest people you will ever meet in your life. And above all, these are the same people who actually care for you because they are fellow Terps too. So I encourage you to reach out to your fellow Terps and build your network. You never know who you will meet and how they will help you in future. Some of the classmates may become your lifelong friends, business partners, and mentors. The knowledge and skills you have acquired here at the Smith School are invaluable assets and will serve you throughout your life. But more than that, your education has given you a unique perspective and a responsibility to use your talents to make a positive impact on the world. So go out there with confidence and conviction, and always remember, you are a Terp and destined to succeed. Congratulations again on your achievements, and I wish you the best for your future endeavors. Go Terps!